Well, we have already talked about forward design and some of its underlying principles, and we discussed how forward design actually lays emphasis on first input, which means content, and then moves on uh, processes, which means methodology, and outcome, which means uh, learning outcomes or output. Right. What's the way how we can implement forward design curriculum? Well, this is the question which we're gonna now examine here. All right. Well, language curriculum design, as you know, involves various facets. For example, we do needs analysis, environment analysis, and then we set up the goals and we make decisions about syllabus design and the provision of quality teaching and evaluation. And then we also talk about, content sequencing and principles of language teaching. Right. Well, forward design actually revolves around, making decisions about input, which could initiate learning in the classroom. And then it moves on making decisions about syllabus, drawing syllabus from online resources, or make textbooks or use existing textbooks or commercial books, making decisions about methodology, what methods to be employed, and what the role of learner teachers is seen in a specific method, and outcomes and assessment. Forward design actually involves various, primarily it involves three stages: content, processes, and output. But while designing forward, syllabus, which is influenced, which is shaped by forward design, we need to look at some contextual factors, sociocultural factors and their influence on language learning. And, there are certain problems involved in designing forward design. And because it's not the job of one particular group or one individual, various individuals are involved. One group of people might be doing needs analysis and the other specialists doing environment analysis. So it's a sort of team effort, and it requires certain expertise and skills, right? So we can better understand the implementation of forward design curriculum in the light of Kathleen Graves' this quote here. I have extracted the whole quote here, and I would like to dwell on this one because it clearly tells us how we can implement forward design and what are implications which we need to be aware of while practically using forward design. Well, in the specialist approach, the potential for mismatch. Well, this is what I said before. There could be differences, conflicts between different groups working for a curriculum is great because each different group of people performs different curricular functions. So, for example, one group of people is doing needs analysis. They have their own specialized language. And one group of people is doing, making decisions about content sequencing and format and presentation. So, uses different discourses. This is how they use different language to describe their outcomes and produces different particular curricular products. So this is how, while implementing forward design curriculum, we need to be aware of how differences could crop up and how these differences can influence our understanding of forward design approach.